fun. Like I say, it is always fun.
It's very fun.
Hi, welcome to Fave from Fans, the show where favorites take center stage. I am your certified and probably certifiable host, Jamie Ray, and today I am joined by drag king and queen, cosplay monarch, just all around artist, everything, Kat Godsey.
Hello.
Hi! Look, it's Kat. She's here. If you've watched the show for the last few years, you'll see Kat. She's been twice now on the panels at SciFiCon, which is where we met.
Mhm.
And so we have talked about a bunch of different things, and now finally here in the Plastic Micron Studios.
It's literally been years.
It has been.
The first time that you saw me was in the jupe suit.
Yeah, the jupe suit.
And you were like, hey, let's get on the podcast. And I was like, great, cool, who are you? I like your energy. And yeah, now we're finally here.
Now we're here. And we are talking about
Fave 5 twist endings.
That's right. Now, did you pick just movies or did you do some TV shows?
I did pick just movies.
Okay, so did I. And I did that on purpose.
Okay.
Because I'm already going to come back. I want to do TV twist endings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And even though like anthologies or whatever. So anyway, okay. So we've chosen the gotcha moments, not jump scares, but things that like really didn't see coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so I'm so ready. I mean, we've only waited 2.5, 3 years to do this. If you're ready, did you bring some honorable mentions with you?
I did.
All right. Well, honorable mentions, of course, are those things that just couldn't quite get into the favorite 5, but you wanted to talk about it, or that they were so bad or unique or memorable, they had to go on the list. So I'll give my guests the option to have 2 honorable mentions. So this is Kat's first time, so I'm sure she brought 2 honorable mentions with us.
Yeah, totally. 2 times 2.
God, Kat, it's your first show. Okay, that's my fault. It's my fault. Okay, go ahead. What are they?
The 5. I love movies. I was raised on them like tremendously every single day watching them. So my honorable mentions include Saltburn,
Okay.
Emerald Fennel. Do I describe each one a little bit?
Yeah. I'm familiar with Saltburn, but I'm not familiar.
Emerald Fennel. She just directed the new Wuthering Heights film,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure she did Barbie.
Oh,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was her.
Trust me, that all of the tens of thousands of subscribers will put it in the comments.
Excellent. I got that wrong, I'm sure. So Saltburn is a very strange film, full of like these little insidious twists and turns. We are discussing the actual spoilers, right?
Right. So 100% spoiler free. We'll name the movie like you just did. And if you don't want to hear it, mute it and then come back.
Awesome. So Saltburn starts out with Barry Keoghan's character. He's this down on his luck guy and everything. His name is Oliver, and he meets Jacob Elordi's character. They have a fast friendship. Jacob Elordi's character is a super rich kid, and Barry Keoghan's character kind of gets like brought into his family and everything.
Okay. Right.
One by one, each family member starts to die in various horrible ways.
Okay.
And it's just like the cinematography of this film is really good. That's favorite things in cinema. You're going to hear me say that word a lot.
That's okay.
But Emerald
you don't get paid extra for it.
Great. Okay. She does a beautiful job directing this one. And the twist in that one is that Barry Keoghan's character is painted as just like this innocent, down on his luck kind of guy. And by the end, you find out he's an actual psychopathic murderer.
Wow.
Who meticulously sets up events to murder the entire and get their entire. It's
even his friend.
Yes, even his friend.
Oh,
even
wow.
his friend. And it's like as each character gets called out, or as each character calls him out and like starts to pick up on things, boom, they're dead next. So yeah.
That's the way I would do it. You know, not that I'm anything like that. It's never been proven.
Right. So that's just one of our
great call.
Top. Yep. Oh no, I did. I'm good.
The first one free.
Okay, all right.
The first one's free.
All right, honorable mentions. All right, then another one of my faves would be Us.
Jordan Peele. That name sounds familiar.
I might be a little bit of a fan of
You might be. You probably have it tattooed on your body somewhere.
I will. You know, that's a really good idea. Maybe I'll get the UFO on my back. Us is about
Blue Jean?
Jean Jacket.
Oh, the jean. Okay. Yeah.
So Us is about a that goes on vacation, and as events start to unfold, very strange things start happening, and doppelgangers show up in this
Right.
film, and they try to take the family over, like completely their identity and
Mhm.
everything. The twist in that one is actually a little harder to discover.
Right. Thank you for bringing that out.
It is one of those that you might have to watch it a couple of times. You do like a little deep dive on YouTube to kind of understand what is actually happening.
Okay. Let me see if my idea and your idea match.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
My understanding of it is that it goes along with the Hands Across America theme and everything. At the very end, they kind of show you these like tunnels and like almost like science labs and everything.
Mhm.
And it's revealed that there's been this massive cloning process across the entire country,
Right.
where there's like this big evil plot to take over every family,
Okay.
man, woman,
Okay.
and child.
All right. So I kind of there used to be a movie back in the 70s called The Clonus Horror or something like that,
Okay.
where the uber rich, they actually grew clones so they would have parts.
Okay.
Okay. So when I first kind of saw that, that's kind of what I was thinking,
Mhm.
because you kind of figure out the mom really early
Mhm.
is not quite right.
Right.
But yeah, then when I got under, I was like, no, that's not what they're doing, because these people are all walks of life, all everything.
Hmm.
So they were indoctrinated, and so they're going to take over the lives.
I think there, like I said, there's some different theories and stuff, but one is that those clones essentially escaped and were going out to basically wreak havoc, because this is what they,
It's programmed.
like yours, they were originally bred to be harvested and whatnot. But there's another underlying theory that Lupita Nyong'o's character is actually a clone who was swapped, and the original is the one coming back for her.
Okay, what's one I've heard too.
Yeah, that one's really cool.
Wonderful movie, great twist. Best part of the entire movie is when the woman says, Alexis, call the police. And it plays F the police.
By NWA. I love that scene. It's so
So
good.
perfect. It was so perfect.
Oh man, and it's brutal in so many places, but
Mhm.
there are like almost these like prophetic moments of like just sheer terror,
Yeah.
where you
Oh,
just
yeah.
have no idea what's happening, and you're just like you're so tuned into
The
the
little
scene.
boy. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
watching the guy fire and everything. Oh, it's beautiful. It is a beautiful film. I love that one. All right. I'm not setting anyone on fire today. That's
Girl,
like
you're on fire.
at the show.
All right. So 2 down, 2 more to go.
All right, I'll make these quick. So another one of my favorites is the king of twists himself, M. Night Shyamalan. This is not one that he directed.
Okay.
It's one he wrote, and
All
it's
right.
called Devil.
Oh, in the elevator.
Yes.
I have. Oh, okay. That's a good one.
Yes, Devil is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. So M. Night Shyamalan kind of does this thing where he turns the lore, like he puts the lore into the film itself and
Yeah.
the dialogue and whatnot,
Mhm.
and just a crazy intense movie. I mean, it's 5 or 6 people stuck in an elevator,
Mhm.
and one of them is the devil.
The actual devil himself.
Right. And so the twist in that one is spoiler alert, that the devil is actually the old lady who you don't suspect,
Right.
but she's kind of a terrible jerk, so I don't know, that one just really gets me every time.
Have you ever seen Legion?
Wait, the
Where they're in the diner? and
diner,
all-
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that lady
Mhm.
instantly reminded me of the other lady in the diner. And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'll never, I don't look at the little lady. It's the same name.
No, I wouldn't
Okay.
either. But one of my favorite moments in Devil is just simply this one scene where one of the characters just starts praying in front of the cameras,
Mhm.
and he kind of like has this moment where he explains what's happening, and I don't know, it's just really really good. And like I said, he's able to drop that lore into itself, and it makes it like just much more mythological.
I'm just so glad you didn't say the village, because that's a hill I'm going to die on.
It's
But
not on there.
okay.
Great. Okay. And then my other honorable mention I had to mention was Parasite.
Okay, not the Demi Moore 3D movie.
No. Which I haven't seen, but sounds fun.
Yeah, it's one of our first movies ever.
Yeah.
Something else.
I love that one. It's about this family who kind of slowly takes over another family's home.
Like a rich family's home.
To rich families' home. They one by one they integrate themselves into the household. They bump off like the maid, and different stuff like this, the driver, the chauffeur, and whatnot. And there are these little slips and moments and everything where you think that the main characters, or I should say that the victims, are starting to figure it out. Don't. And it's so frustrating until everything comes to a screeching halt at this little birthday party at the end. And it is just incredibly disturbing, and it will make your skin crawl because, us have like that fear living in our walls, and I did not know that's what that movie was about, essentially. And it freaked me out, man.
Have you ever seen the videos where people say their food's been disappearing and stuff, and they set up a camera and people...
Yeah. That is a true deep fear right there.
It's got to have a name though. Wallophobia or something like that.
That's got to be a thing.
It's got to be a thing.
It's got to be a thing.
Yeah.
So those are mine.
Well, you did great. You did great. So far, we're not matched.
Okay.
My first one is going to be one of the most obvious choices that we're bringing up, and it's going to be Sixth Sense from 1990. Such a good movie. It is really, of course, there's been twists and everything for a long time, but very great way, M. Night Shyamalan, had a great way of, and I love this about him, which is why I hate The Village so much.
We got to get into that at some point. I need to know because it was almost on my short list.
Oh, God. So he leaves every clue right in front of you. Okay. And it's all there. Now, I am one of those people that says, I figured it out. Okay. But I'm going to say honestly, I knew there was a twist. So I paid extra attention to everything that was going on.
Yeah.
So basically, a psychologist played by Bruce Willis is trying to help young Haley Joel Osment, who see. Okay. And so he shows up and he goes, has different conversations with him. He has conversations with the mom. He talks to the mom. At the same time, he and his wife are having issues. He talks to the wife. He does all of these different things. And then at the very end, you realize that the whole movie that he has been there and he's been dead. And his whole moving on was helping Cole. Cole's whole thing was, I see dead people, and you've helped me to understand not to be really scared of them and to let go and to move on. And first of all, Haley Joel Osment, he got an Academy Award at nomination still at I don't know, 11 or something like that. But when you sit and watch the movie and you're watching for things, you see the interaction. Like you and I are looking. Well, if you're having a conversation with me and I'm looking over here, it seems kind of strange. Okay. Well, that's what he does. When he sits with his wife, he never pulls out a chair. He never opens a door. But the whole time he's laying it out for you, he's setting it up so that he doesn't have to do those things until you get to the red knob.
Yeah.
And then that throws it off. So I love that one. And it is probably one of cinema's most celebrated twist endings. A lot of things on this show you may hear about and say, oh, well, I've seen that 100 times. That's one of the first ones that did it. And so anyway, big.
That's a good one. Also, the use of in that film, red.
I agree. I agree.
Yep.
So, okay. So the second one is not really that well known of a movie. It's from 2001 and it's called Frailty. Okay. Have you ever seen this movie?
I have not.
Okay. You need to put this on your list. It is, okay. Listen to this. Okay. It's about a man with two sons. The man believes that he sees demons and he raises his two sons to go and fight and kill demons.
Okay.
This was 2001. Their last names was not Winchester either. Okay. But I'm saying it's like, this is everything.
You can spoil this for me, by the way. I fully expected you to.
Oh, no, I'm not going to give you the ending.
Oh, you're not?
I don't have to.
Oh, you don't have to. Okay.
Because I really want you to watch this movie.
Okay.
It is it stars Powers Booth, okay, as an FBI agent, and it's got two sons in it. One of them is Matthew McConaughey, and the dad, played by Bill Paxton, who also directed the film.
Okay.
Okay,
I love Bill Paxton.
Yes, he is incredible, and to know that he not only directed this, but his performance is amazing. Okay, and so the whole thing is it's kind of back and forth where Powers Booth, the FBI agent, he is interviewing one of the brothers to try to find out what's happened. Okay, so it's a really, really great story. Being that you've never seen it, I'm not gonna tell you that, but you need to find it and you need to watch it, and then we could talk about it later.
Okay.
So, there is a third one that, since you totally had blatantly disregarded all the rules, that I didn't put on here, and I'm wondering if you've ever seen it. I think you may have had. It's a French film called Martyrs.
Martyrs. I've heard of this one.
Okay, so I'm not going to spoil this with you.
Okay.
But Martyrs is a really great film. It starts off with this young girl, totally soaked in blood, cuts everything, running through like a warehouse district, and she gets caught, picked up, and so then now you got to go back and you find out the story. Okay. That's all I'm going to tell you about.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
It is French. So, it's, subtitles, whatever. But it's, I almost put it on this list, but I'll suggest it to you.
Okay.
Okay. But I wouldn't suggest it to everybody because it is incredibly violent and graphic.
Okay.
But there's a reason for it. I'm always happy if they do nudity, if they do violence, that serves a purpose.
Right.
And the violence in this movie,
do you know what year?
It was probably before 2010.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it's definitely out there.
All right.
So those are our honorable mentions that neither of us stayed in the aforementioned two, and we're fine with that. Okay. Now we are ready to get into our actual favorites, and I'm going to ask you, Dad, what's your fifth favorite movie with a twist?
My fifth favorite movie with a twist is a film with, is it, I think his name
Richard Gere?
Yeah, Gere. Primal Fear. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
I love that one. That's everyone's first film.
Yes.
That he was nominated for an Academy Award.
I didn't know that it was first. That was his first film.
That was his first film.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was incredible.
He was so good in that. And I just rewatched it the other day just to kind of get a refresher on it and everything. So the premise is that a young boy, altar boy, is caught for the murder of an archbishop.
Right.
And he's found fleeing the scene and everything. And Richard Gere's character is a lawyer who essentially picks up the case because he's just like, well, this kind of seems interesting. It's kind of vague on wants to do it.
Right.
I must have missed that part. But anyways, where
he the script. That's why.
Because it was in the script. That makes so much sense. So he decides to represent this kid and everything, and he truly believes that he's innocent. And this one, like, I almost don't want to spoil it for the listeners.
Sure. Okay.
That's one where the twist comes on quick, and
it turns the whole movie on a pin.
It does.
It really does, because it's so good. We don't have to give this one away either. If you don't want to.
Cool.
I have seen it.
Okay.
And I love the reveal.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing. And if he was he nominated and won?
I think he won that one.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Deservedly so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I mean, I was always upset that he never got nominated for The Incredible Hulk. But I'm not gonna have that argument. That's completely different. But
yeah.
Yes, that is an excellent pick.
Yep.
Good. I like that one.
Yep, it's a great one.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
All right.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 is from 2003, and it is called Identity. You like this one?
I love this movie. I've shown it to so many people.
It is so cool. It's a twist about, it's basically set at a motel, okay? And you've got some really great actors in there. You've got Alfred Molina. You've got John Cusack. You've got Amanda Peet. You've got Ray Liotta. And all these characters that are
The guy from Scrubs.
Is that Pruitt Taylor Vince?
I can't remember.
Is that Malcolm Rivers?
I can't ever remember his name.
Okay.
It's Dr. Cox to me.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So basically, it's about a limo driver who played by John Cusack and a sympathetic prostitute. Oh, she probably has a heart of gold.
She does.
Along with some other personalities, including a suspicious cop, and you're trying to find out who the serial killer is. And do we give this one away?
I kind of want to.
You know what?
Because I want to discuss like the double twist.
Give it away. Go ahead.
There's a double twist. Okay. So the twist in this one.
You got to remember, you're about handprint. That's the whole important thing.
Right. The twist in this one is that the entire situation itself, and one of the reasons why the characters cannot leave this like motel, this creepy situation, and all these numbers counting down and everything, is because every single character is a different personality in the serial killer's head.
Yep.
The whole situation is made up. It's a fantasy that he is living out himself.
Doesn't realize it. He's lived. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what you think the twist is when they feel it. But then there's another twist. And is it the hook article that survives?
I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Pete, that's
Paris.
Okay.
Yeah, Amanda Pete.
Yeah. So
It was wonderful in this what yards or all.
I love her in all the yards.
So yeah,
that's another good one there. So yeah, her. I mean, do you want to do the double
No,
twist?
you're doing great.
All right. So her character is the surviving personality because essentially what's happening at the very end of the film is they are trying to convince the court that he's insane. First of all, he didn't mean to kill these people and stuff, which he did for somebody. That's a different thing. But they're trying to convince the court that the surviving personality is a good one.
Right.
And so
she's a victim.
She's a victim, yes. And that therefore he will not commit any more crimes going forward, even if he is committed, et cetera, released. What actually happens is in the very end, in his mind, as the gal is kind of on her little vineyard living out the rest of her life in his little idyllic, she turns around and she sees the actual killer, and it's the little boy.
Yeah.
It's the little boy.
Oh God.
Oh, and he looks so evil too. Oh, and then you're like, why didn't I catch that? Oh.
Yeah. And I love, so if you really had watched, knowing that there was a super twist, I think that you could have made the case to think that it was some multiple personalities, just because of the way that the Molina was in there. And by the way, I love him; he's great.
Oh, he's so great.
And all that. But then at the end, to find out it's the hooker with the heart of gold, and it's like her.
It's not.
God, it's so good.
It's devastating too because you want it to be a happy ending because you're like, wait, suddenly they threw this twist at me, and you're like, okay, well now I'm. Great. This is what's happening. You're like, okay, cool. She's going to live out her. Oh no, the child.
1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah.
Yep. It's a really great movie.
Yeah.
And it's so well done. In the horror elements and everything, because you go genuinely not knowing what to expect at all.
Right.
And it just really creeps up on you quick and hard and fast, and it gets really gory too. It freaked me out. I think I watched it when I was a teenager.
Oh,
I was like,
So a few years ago. A couple years ago.
Sure, I wish.
The one thing about this movie is that a lot of times I see it grouped together with Memento.
That's a good one too.
And it's a great movie, but I don't really feel like they're companion films. I like Memento, and it has a twist, but I think the whole movie is supposed to be the twist,
right?
With him leaving himself the notes and all the pictures and all that stuff. But anyway. That last image, it's like, it reminds me, or it makes me think that this writer or director watched my number 4. But we're going to wait and out what your number 4 is first.
All righty. My number 4 is, such a classic, in my opinion, is Cabin in the Woods.
Such a good choice.
It's such a great film.
I could watch that movie anytime.
Me too.
It is so good.
I fear we will have to spoil this one in order to discuss the nitty-gritty.
If you haven't seen it at this point in your life, you need to rectify that. But stop now, go come back because it is a horror fans love it. Suspense thrillers, just everybody. The only thing it doesn't really have in it is romance, but it has a kind of a bromance between a guy and a girl.
Yeah.
At the end, it has a little bit of romance.
It's like, it's like a platonic partnership.
Yeah. Well, there is the woman who's in love with the elk or wolf.
Wolf. Yeah, that's right. That was wacky.
So lay it out for us.
All right. So Cabin in the Woods starts with your classic premise. This group of friends. You got the head, the jock, the slut, and all these
the nerdish girl.
The nerdish girl, right? The final girl trope and everything. They really hit you with all of these different tropes throughout the movie.
Almost to the point where you're like, oh, God, this again.
Right.
This again, please.
Right.
Okay.
So it does start out kind of cliche, but all the characters are really great at like pulling you in.
Young Thor.
Hemsworth is in it. Yeah, he's great. I can't remember the guy. What was his name? Marty. That was his name.
Yeah,
Marty. The stoner. Yeah, and he pulls out this cup in the beginning. Look at Easter egg. Like they had to like manufacture that like themselves. They made the little.
It was classic. It was a big bong.
Yeah,
I don't know, like a Stanley Cup.
Yeah. It's so funny. So they go on this trip. They go out to this, this cabin in the woods.
It's a cabin in the woods. That's right. Oh, now.
There you go.
I get it.
There you go. And that's it.
That's it. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
So my number 4.
So they go out and they go into the basement at some point.
But before they get there, cliche after cliche after cliche. There's the crazy Ralph who's telling them, "You kids are gonna get killed up there," and all of that stuff. Again, we're watching the movie. I watched the movie going, Jesus, why don't they just have a killer jump out or have a tree come alive? Because we've seen this hunt.
Exactly.
Let's continue.
So as they get there, they do the trope. They go, they party and everything. One girl sleeps with somebody, so you're just like, oh, that, whatever. That's what you get for being a harlot.
That's right.
That kind of trope and everything. And so they go down into the basement of this little cabin, and they start finding all these very weird items.
Yes, and a lot of different, very weird items.
Exactly.
And that's the point of the movie where I went, this is a little different.
Mm-hmm. So they start picking up items and everything, and they essentially trigger a series of events. They pick up one, and it summons like these zombie settlers. And unbeknownst to you, there's this other thing happening in the background and whatnot that they don't reveal until later. Well, the characters start getting, attacked and everything, and they're raising hell left and right. And eventually, I can't remember exactly how they find the passage and everything, get to the next little thingy.
So if I'm not mistaken, it's when the two are left.
Mm-hmm. Just the two
left, and they find a one of the redneck hillbillies had come out, and it was kind of left open.
The little vent thing.
Yeah, they went down into that.
But
again, throughout up to that point, you've got, we'll just say 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, she gets hers. You got the jock who all of a sudden he was a nice guy. Now he's like really mean and he picks on, people. And then, and you're like going, what the hell is going on?
Mm-hmm.
And then the way they feel it.
The reveal is so good. Okay, so I'd love the other part too. When you really know that something is not right is when the jock tries to go drive away, and he hits a grip, hits an invisible grip,
right?
And you're just like, wait, what is happening?
His motorcycle jumped and he's gonna make it, and then
bam, right into an invisible wall.
And they followed it all the way down. It's like, holy crap.
It's brutal.
Poor Thor.
Yeah, poor Thor. But so as they
I bet he was Thor after that.
Now you owe me a quarter.
Yeah, that was probably worth it.
So as they start to figure out what's happening and everything, they go down into this event and they find a massive laboratory research area. It's it's the what's the thing in Lost? The Dharma Initiative.
Yeah, it is a cornucopia of every type of monster you could imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, you're really going, oh, this is unlike anything I've ever seen, because they're all in glass cages and they all move around, and it's just what the hell. And at this point now we're seeing interspaced with these guys in like short sleeve button up white shirts with ties, working a whole like computer system and everything. And then there's a board. Oh my god, the board
The
is
board
so amazing.
with all the different things. There's one character who keeps saying, like, he's like, I really want to see a merman or something.
And he gets to. He
gets-
gets his wish.
Oh, he gets his.
The ending.
That's not a great wish. And yeah, the whole board and everything. I love pausing it on that. It's so funny. It's so funny. But the one of my favorite like notes that if you go watch, if I can recommend any YouTube video about any of these films,
Yes.
it would be the kill count video about Cabin in the Woods, because they go so in depth on like the behind the scenes of this one. The practical effects, first of all,
so good.
every single monster in that film is practical effects. They built them and everything. And my favorite note about this film is there is one line in the script, and it says, "Chaos is shown on every screen." And this one line, when they're like the big, monitoring room and everything, caused them the most money out of the budget that they did not
because they did all those little things, and they
every single thing that you see on the screens is an actual scene that they shot, and
that's
it's insane.
it's so worth it though. All of a sudden when they get down the elevator, they get,
Ding.
oh my god,
The bloodbath.
Jesus.
That one's great. I love when they use elevators in film, especially to like have some sort of horrible thing happen.
Okay, that's not the real twist.
The real twist.
The real twist comes in an amazing cameo.
No, you do this one.
You do this. Okay.
All right.
So the two people, the bromance, man, platonic, get down, and all of this has happened. They survived all of this, and they get down and they get into this whole thing, and it's like a cavern. It's a massive cavern, and just found it's been engraved into, and there is the jock, the whore, all the other when they realize it's not a cliche, that they've all been brought together. And then out comes Sigourney Weaver in her power suit to explain that our world is so much older than it is, and that there are basically elder gods who are underneath, and that every, I guess, year or whatever, they have to, and they do it all around the world, and at least one of them has to succeed, but you can't force people to do that stuff. So there was all these things going on, and they tell them, listen, you have to die to save the world.
Mm-hmm.
And basically they're just like, F it.
Yep.
And the last 2 seconds is you see and this huge giant hand.
Yep.
That is what just, I mean,
it's so mind blowing.
What a use of literally 3 minutes of
Mm-hmm.
that just blew. I mean, all the other stuff, like you said, it's amazing. All of the things that they did.
Yeah.
But you don't get those kind of, you don't get those kind of,
yeah.
They don't really do that in Hollywood. So to take me ride from, oh crap, it's every other horror movie I've seen, to all the way up here, and then go, what? Boom.
Yeah.
And it's over. No more. There's no sequel for this movie.
Nope.
Jeff and I will not be doing sequel house on this one.
Exactly.
No.
The script was written in 3 days.
That is crazy.
3 days. That's insane.
And the use. The stoner. All the stuff that they do doesn't work on him because he's stoned.
Well, yeah. Whenever they try to pump all the drugs into the cabin and everything, and he's just like totally. I mean,
and he's like,
stuff.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
You're a nice guy. Why are you being an ass all of a sudden? And it's like, it's so, I mean,
it's just,
God, I cannot imagine writing a script that perfect.
No, me neither. And I do love, like you said, in that last 3 minutes when they have that little decision and stuff, they just look at each other, and it's great acting, and they're just like, all right, yeah, okay.
Burn.
And then,
No, you don't get that.
No.
It's always okay, I'll die to save everyone else.
Yeah.
Maybe we need a reset.
Yeah, exactly. They're just like, you have to do all these horrible things in order to save the earth, and maybe the earth doesn't deserve this, or humanity, I should say. But I do love the little side scene with the Japanese schoolgirl.
I do too.
And banishing the ghost and everything with the whole power of friendship or whatever. Cute, and you're like, I know I need them to live, and you're just like, all right, well, everyone.
Oh yeah, all of that is just simply amazing.
It's such a great film.
Okay. Awesome, man! You are killing it.
Thank you.
You are absolutely killing it. Speaking of killing it, my number 4 is going to be another horror movie. All right, this horror movie from 1983 it literally set the horror community on its ear. You've got a story about 2 cousins, a boy and a girl, who go to sleepaway camp.
I've never seen this one.
But you know the end.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
So they go to Camp Arawak, and throughout the trip, the girl Angela doesn't speak, and it's because she's like super shy and whatnot. And so all the people are, they're picking on her, and so everybody that's picked on Angela gets, oddly enough, not killed, but horribly maimed. There's only a couple people who are killed. But they all end up one by one leaving. And you think it's Angela, of course. But then you're like, no, it can't be her, So, it's got to be the boy. He is taking up for her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So all the way through this movie, interesting, cool things happen. Desiree Gould, she plays who I lovingly call Dr. Aunt Martha. She is just wacky. So eventually, Paul, who is the boy cousin Ricky's friend, through Angela's, becomes a friend with, gives her first kiss, and all of this stuff. And ultimately, this is where the reveal of this movie from 1983 has come out. They figure out, we've got to go down to the beach at the camp. That's where you're going to get revealed. And the camera turns, and it's Angela naked with Paul's head. And then they're all like, and then it goes back to them. And then Angela is standing up, holding Paul's head, the knife, this look on her face like, and her male body. And then everything comes rushing back. And you realize there were twins at the beginning of the movie. And the boy survived, even though Dr. Aunt Martha, all of those scenes you see Dr. Aunt Martha talking to Angela.
Mm-hmm.
She never had a daughter, wanted a daughter, was psychiatrist, psychologist, or whatever, manipulated her into thinking all of this time. And when Ricky kissed her and started, that she just snapped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is one of the most disturbing endings. And I know the trans community or those people, there are people on both sides of the issue, and that's fine. I don't want to speak toward that. Okay. I don't think this is it's a gay killer. It's not. It's a person who identifies as a girl who has just lost it. Okay. But what I do want to talk about is when you see the scene and you see Angela and everything, that is all practical effects. Okay. Because obviously they couldn't use the kids because they were all age. So there was like a PA or something like there on the set, a college kid. And they're like, hey, we want you to be the head. I mean, be the body.
Yeah.
They cast Angela's head, made a mask. The guy was going to put it on and film it, but he was so embarrassed, he had to get drunk.
Oh my God.
So the end is a drunk, basically college guy with this face that's like, and he's holding everything, the most iconic thing. And then it ends and it goes straight into like an 80s pop rock punk version of a song called Angela. It's just, what did I just watch? So when you watch it,
Okay.
keep in mind that the assistant cook who becomes the cook later on is James Earl Jones Sr.,
Okay.
the voice, the dad of the voice of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
That's awesome.
It's
Mufasa.
it's a great move. My shout out to Gus. We talked about Sleepaway Camp in my very first in episode 1, and we've also done a whole complete disarray on it because Gus watches it every weekend. Okay, and you can't see it, but behind he is a pal that I have. At least 4 of the cast members have signed.
What? That's
Yeah,
cool.
and every one of them is super sweet.
That's awesome.
Felisa Rose, who plays Angela, is one of the nicest people that you will ever meet.
Really?
So even if you've never seen the movies, you go up and beat her. She's just fan freaking tastic.
You know that I don't agree with that saying of like don't meet your heroes or something like that. I do, especially at comic conventions.
Yeah, and you have to know that
Mhm.
if you have a bad experience, they're real people.
Yeah.
They have bad days.
Yeah.
And on their bad days, they can't call in and go home. They have to show up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm with you.
That's true.
Okay. All right. So, my gosh. All right. We are now at your number 3.
Okay. All right. So I won't go too far into this one because I don't want to spoil like the final twist because I think that it's particularly good. But I do want to mention my number 3 is the film The Others with Nicole Kidman.
Yes. Okay. That is one I've never seen.
Really?
I actually have like a 2-disc set that I picked up from somewhere, but I've just never sat down to watch it.
Ooh, this one's like a classic ghost.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
You know, I mean, it's one of those horrors that's more like psychological than anything. You know, it doesn't get too crazy gory or anything like this. But the premise of it is Nicole Kidman's character has these 2 children, and this is kind of like I want to say it's like maybe like 1920s or something like that ish. Yeah, 20s, 30s. I think it's during World War One.
Or right after.
Or right after.
One, yeah.
Right after. Family, and she has 2 children, and they are they're I can't remember the term for it, but it's when you're allergic to sunlight.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So she has these 2 kids, and she has to keep them in shrouded rooms. Everywhere they go, they cannot be out in the sun or anything like that. So she protects them. There's a couple of staff at the house, and they have some weird incidents and things. And as the film kind of unfolds, Nicole Kidman's character is kind of in denial about something her kids keep trying to tell her, which is the house is haunted. The house is definitely haunted, Mom.
Okay.
And like I said, I don't want to give it away.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those that you get to the twist and everything of it, you're just like, what? And it's gut wrenching. It's just
I've heard and that
it's intense.
That Nicole Kidman does an amazing performance. You know?
Yes. She actually quit filming during the filming of this movie because she started having nightmares.
Oh wow.
Because it deals with some certain themes of like, you know, familial separation and different issues and stuff. And she was going through like I can't remember who she was forcing at the time, but it was very intense for her. So it was very real trauma she was experiencing while trying to film this movie.
Yeah. Probably was Tom Cruise, right?
It had to have been Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Keith Urban came
years later, which is, to be fair, that sounds very dramatic. I know enough about all that, but but okay, I love it, and I think Nicole Kidman is fantastic in it. It's also got just really beautiful set design, and it's creeping dread and everything. Very good Victorian style horror, almost like turn of the screw kind of thing.
Okay. Well, I'm going to watch it, and then we'll talk about it.
Great.
All right. So for my number 3, are you ready or not?
Yep, I'm ready.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Because it's ready or not. I am talking about the 2019 amazing story. Ready or not?
Okay. See.
Okay. Crap.
No, but dude, please.
No,
please spoil it no, I don't mind. Talk about it.
All right. Well, Ready or Not 2 is out right now. Okay. So if you have not seen Ready or Not, the first one, don't go and see Ready or Not 2. Are you sure?
The magician one?
No. This is the one with Samara Weaving, where she gets married into this family.
Wait, no, I have seen this.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
right,
I was
sorry.
thinking of a different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, no. Yeah, you're thinking of The Illusionist or whatever with
something
Hugh
like that.
Jackman and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I saw
Oh, The
that.
Prestige?
The Prestige.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
That was almost on my short list.
That was another one that I was like, oh, they're twins. Yeah, literally. I was like,
Well, Nolan drops like every hit in the world.
Yeah. I love that.
Mhm.
I love when they're there.
Yeah.
And you can pick on it, and it doesn't ruin it for you.
Right.
Unlike The Village.
Oh yeah, that movie's very emotionally deep too.
Yeah. So The Village ruined it. So you have got this beautifully played by Samara Weaving. She is not what you would classic beauty, but she is the girl next door. Really big feel to it. And she marries into the La Dumont family, who have built their entire fortune on games. And the night that they get married, instead of going on a honeymoon, they go to the castle, basically. This is present day. And there is a family tradition where the bride picks a game to play. And it's kind of like, she's like, okay, well, whatever. And they do this little machine that pulls out a card, and she picks Ready or Not, which is basically hide and seek. And everybody in the room was like, oh, crap. So they explain the game. It's like, it's just your regular hide and go seek. We're all going to try to murder you. And you have to survive sunrise. And she's like, no, we're going to try to murder you. And so she at first cannot believe it, and quickly realizes it is true. And you've got all these great characters. Her husband, the new brother-in-law, the crazy aunt or the crazy grandmother or whatever, all these things, and some little kids about to kill her, So it goes through the entire movie, and she finally gets to the end, and the husband's still alive, she's still alive, and he kind of tells her why they're doing it. Oh, my family made a pact with the devil, and we would have all of this great fortune, but we have to do this every time. And she's like, come on. And at this point, you and I are thinking, because there's been nothing supernatural, nothing. Everything was straight out. Right. This is what could really happen. And so they kind of get into a little bit of it. And then right about that time, sunrise happens, and he explodes. Blood all over her. And then any surviving people blow up too.
Yeah.
And then the mansion sets on fire, and it had just an amazing ending. I can only compare it to The Menu. Where you've got the final girl sitting on the steps while the mansion is burning, just smoking a cigarette, covered in blood. Yep. And her wedding dress. I'm just like, bravo. And then when I heard they're doing a Ready or Not 2, I'm like, how in the hell are they going to do that? Well, they do it in one of my favorite sequel ways.
Oh, they go back?
No, they pick up from right then. The ambulance comes and gets her, takes her to the hospital. And then you find out the DeMoss family is part of a network of satanic ritual.
Oh, that's cool.
And so all of these other families are like, okay, we're going to hunt you. And if you survive, you get to take over the London boss. You get to take over everything. And you're basically the richest person in the world.
What?
And then she says, screw you, I'm doing it. So they kidnap her sister.
Oh no.
And so she has to do it.
Yep.
So who's in it? Who's like one of the lead guys? I think it's Harry Potter.
Wait, really?
Yeah. It's either Harry Potter or one of the hobbits.
Sam, Mary, Pippin.
The main one. Frodo.
Yeah. Elijah Wood.
That's who it is. It's Elijah Wood.
Okay, that's funny that you got to mix up with.
Oh.
That happens to them all the time.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, you would know Elijah Wood.
I do.
Yeah.
Sort of. He remembered me at least.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry if I had that kind of exchange. I think you too.
It ended up on Conan.
I know. That's amazing.
For those who don't know, I did get to meet Elijah Wood not once but twice. The first time though, I made a joke as I was going to take a picture and I told him, "You have gorgeous eyes. I think we'd make great babies." And he started giggling super hard, and then he laid his head on my collarbone, we're gonna call it.
Yeah, let's call it that.
Yeah, the photo went viral. I was in my little Elsa dress and everything, and that ended up on Conan talk show and everything, and freaked me out.
It's awesome.
I almost deleted it off Reddit as it started climbing. Yeah, so very few people know this, but like I have a very uh sweet religious family, and so when that started going, well, I was like, my dad's this, and I'm gonna be killed. I was like, I have to take it off the internet, and then Ashley was like, Kat, you can't do that. They're just gonna re-upload it. I was like, you're right.
Yeah, it's out there. You can't bring it back.
So
and then you got to meet him again.
Yes, and he remembered. Yeah, he came and gave us a big hug and stuff, and he was like, that's so cool. I do remember. And we got to tell him about how like that kind of launched our Elsa and Anna careers, doing charity work and everything. And he was so sweet. I adore him like tremendously. So yeah.
Well, that's a good point for us to take a little break,
Okay,
and talk about the fact that you are an amazing cosplayer. You do so many things with it. You run the cosplay stuff that it's a Cyphicon. So tell everybody, all 16, 17 people, what you do.
So I have been for the last, I think, 4 years now. I have been the cosplay coordinator for Cyphicon, which means that I hire the guests that come through. I work with them and everything, and help them do what they need to do in order to judge the cosplay contest, as well as host their panel thing. I run the cosplay contest, which is one of the largest in the state. It's massive. It's amazing. If y'all have not been to Cyphicon, I'm going to plug it right now.
Lake Charles,
Louisiana. It is a fully fan-run convention. The volunteers, the staff, do not make money off of this because it is a passion project from start to finish. It is one of the coolest cons that you'll ever go to.
Pub crawls, disco dance.
There's so much stuff.
Was there a cosplay prom last year?
Yeah, this year. Yeah, we got to host a cosplay this year for the first time, which during that we had live performances from local performers and stuff, which brings me to my other side of my life, which is that I do drag and burlesque. So I perform
and burlesque.
Again,
with the super religious family.
It's they know about it. They know about Actually, it was funny when I
once Reddit came out, you're like, you know what, screw it, I can do whatever I want to.
I pretty much kind of did it. I just gave up at that point. No, I did tell my dad, some years ago, I was like, by the way, I've been performing in drag. He's like, what is that? I said, I'm a drag king. He's like, what is that? I was like, it's the opposite of a drag queen, whereas, oftentimes males dress up as women. I am a female. I dress up as a man. And he goes, well, you've been doing that since high school. Like,
yeah, but I got the suit now, Dad.
Yeah, I got fake pecs,
yeah,
Dad.
It's awesome.
The silicone matched that. So, yeah, but I did that in high school theater and stuff. I always played a man on stage or a bird. I was in the Iago on stage.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I've taken that drama experience and I've turned it into a flourishing little career in drag. And I have been performing in Lafayette and Lake Charles. I've performed in New Orleans and Southeast Texas as well. And I'll be performing at Pride Fest this year in Lake Charles. And I'm very excited about that. And then I will also be competing in my first pageant.
Really?
Yeah.
Pageant? Whoa!
I used to compete in cosplay contests all the time. So that's how my route in cosplay. My best friend and I started a business, aka Cosplay and Art.
Okay.
We sold art and stuff and did cosplay, and we were booth babes a lot of the time. We handed out flyers and stuff. We just look pretty and tell people, hey, come to our comic convention.
Yeah.
But I will be competing in my first drag pageant. I'm very excited.
That's awesome. And tonight you're performing.
I am performing.
We came in early for us to be able to do this.
And I can tell you what my performance is tonight. Because
they won't know about this for 2 weeks.
Yeah. No one's going to expect it.
All right.
It's the Spanish Inquisition.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
I'm doing a number for my friend's birthday party, and he's a big fan of the band Ghost and stuff, and Monty Python, all kinds of funny stuff. So I get to do a very fun sacrilegious number. Cardinal in the Spanish Inquisition.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
I'm excited about it. I have a lot of fun. I love art.
Well, you should. There's enough crap going on. Enjoy yourself.
I'm an entertainer through and through.
And I actually love burlesque more than I would love exotic dancing or pole dancing or whatever, because it's such the art.
It is.
And it harkens back, for me, for the 60s when it was about, the tease, the peeling off of the layers. Have you ever seen Monster Club? Like Vincent Price and John Carradine and Christopher Lee.
Is that the one where she peels off her skin? Yes.
God, I
Into
love
the skeleton?
that.
Yes.
Yes.
It's classic.
Every time I hear somebody talk about strippers, I think, that's the stripper right
now
there.
do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I love the artistry that goes into burlesque and everything. It's the burlesque, the definition is the cause to be absurd. And
I did not know that.
And so a lot of routines and stuff are built on some sort of absurd storyline narrative. You've seen people strip out of a furry or Furby costume.
Okay.
And all that fun
I
stuff.
haven't seen that, but
well, I've seen all kinds of stuff online, and it's just so fun. There's really no limit, and it is for everyone, just like drag is for everyone. So I love it. It's a great art form.
That is so cool. And you're also an incredible artist.
Thank you.
You're welcome. you do everything for the Brims, and our mutual friend Patrick, he could not stop going on about what you did for Tete Moi, his Bigfoot movie. That's I think it may be out.
Yeah. It's out.
We had the preview back in May. Yeah, and he showed me the lobby cards you made and everything.
Patrick did do the lobby cards himself, but I did help him print them because what we do with our art shows is part of my job is to help distribute grant funding. So I work with the grant organization and everything, and help artists get their artwork printed, or I pay them to make new artwork and stuff. I'm like, hey, you need supplies, here's a couple $100, go make a thing, put it in the art show. So yeah.
So podcasting is an art.
Podcasting is absolutely
art. Yeah. So I mean,
you got a budget for me? Give me a proposal.
There you go. I'll do it. If you get me some grants.
There you go.
Or Lee or whatever.
Actually, no, that's legitimate because we do have one show every year. It's called Chaos Theory Art Show.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
It's the pop culture one.
Okay.
And Janie, you are pop culture. You're like 98% pop culture and 2% dad jokes. So.
I think that's skewed. I think I'm a lot more dad joke. I've toned it down,
but seriously, if you want to do something, hit me up.
I would love that.
Anything.
I would love that.
We've featured all kinds of different types of art. That's one of my favorite things is multimedia. Me being a textile artist, I make props. I do all kinds of stuff. I love to feature, alternative forms of art and stuff, whether that is TV, music, podcast stuff, anything. If you're passionate about it, we are passionate about exhibiting it.
That's what this is. Yep. It's all about passion and love about favorites. Wow. Woo. and we haven't even gotten to number 2s yet. Wow. All right. Excited. Well, anything else? So all of our socials and everything will be in the show notes. What is your
you can find me on Instagram, Katya Cat Delarue, Cat God 40, and that's most of my handles everywhere. Or Katya Delarue. Have YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I think the only thing I'm not on is Twitter. So because I never figured that out. I'm on.
Are you on Blue Sky?
I am on Blue Sky.
Okay. I'm super excited because we are now at the point of the show where we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about our penultimate choices.
Nobody says penultimate.
Yeah, they do. We do. We say it every show. So that is our number 2, our second favorite movie with a twist. I'm so ready for it. Hit me, girl.
Okay. You're going to be surprised by this one.
Okay.
But this is
the apple dumpling?
It's not.
Oh, okay. I would be surprised by that.
One of my favorite Tom Hanks film.
Okay.
The Burbs.
Ooh.
Have you seen this?
Oh God, yeah.
I love this one.
I didn't watch the series, but yeah, it's so. I love Tom Hanks so much because he can be so different in every role, yet look the same. Unlike some actors who, what's his name, professional, Fifth Element. Gary Oldman.
Gary
Oldman's so different in every role. Tom Hanks is the same looking guy in every role, but he's complete.
But he's so different.
So different. So I don't want to hijack. So go on about the Burbs.
All right, so I'm gonna leave this one ambiguous for the listeners, but I will hint to the plot, the overall plot, because I think this is a great 80s. I think it's 80s.
I think it's like,
89.
80s.
So this one's really fun. This movie absolutely gaslights you.
Okay.
100%. And throughout it,
plus gaslighting.
but no, technically that's an old film.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Really, gaslighting comes from a movie called The Gaslight, about a man who gaslights his wife into believing some different stuff, and he literally tells her something I can't remember, and I don't want to.
What time period was this released? This movie?
I want to say this one was 40s or 50s.
Wow. Okay, I got to do a dive on that.
Yeah,
I thought it was a more current.
No, it became popular over the years. Associated, like the actual act of gaslighting became associated with this as the clearest example of what gaslighting is. So the term.
So this movie does it to all of us.
This movie does it to you. So this movie, Tom Hanks is a regular suburban dad. He's living in this neighborhood. Everything's idyllic. Everything's fine. He starts noticing some weird things with the neighbors, and everything is not awesome. So some strange stuff starts to occur, and one thing leads to another, and it looks like his neighbor, not the ones that he's feeling about, but his neighbor got murdered. He starts freaking out. He brings his buddy into it. I think it's Bruce Dern is the other.
Yeah, I think that's one. Yeah.
He brings his buddy into it. He's like, "Look, man, I've noticed something super weird about these neighbors. The family. I can't remember the family. Shoot.
Let's call them the Smith.
The Smiths. The Klopex.
Okay.
So, which Henry Gibson is one of the main guys in this, and he's that weird little dude, and I always remember him from Murder, She Wrote. Like, he's such a weirdo, but I love him. And so, anyways, the Klopek family is looking super strange, and they're doing weird stuff, and so Tom Hanks is absolutely certain that they are murderers, that they're doing bad stuff. The movie leaves you in suspense as to which way it goes.
Right.
And fun fact about this.
Sponsored by Red Dog Terrain.
The actors who played the Klopeks were not told either whether they were good or evil.
Awesome. So they purposely ambiguous.
Had to play it ambiguous. The director would not let them know about it.
That is so great.
And it's just a really, really fun romp, and just so many silly things happen. I think there's this one, I can't remember the actor. He's like this Vietnam vet who like ends up on the roofs at times, like with his little radio, and they're doing like this full scale invasion of the neighborhood, observing the neighbors and this and that, and things just really happen. And when it starts to ramp up at the end, it takes off so fast. I love this movie. It's just wacky from the beginning to the end. And it also had a weird writer strike issue that because of the writer strike that happened while they were filming, they were not allowed to change the script at all.
Oh.
So the actors actually ad-libbed many parts of this film.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
It's so funny that you've picked this movie. And I love the fact that, because it is really a comedy and a thriller, and it's really hard to balance those. This did not show up on my radar at all.
Really?
Yeah, at all. That's awesome. I love that.
It's a good one. And I gotta say, like, shout out to my dad who instilled with me with a lot of his film tastes and everything. He's the prime cinephile in our family.
Okay.
And he showed me this one when I was a kid, and I was just like, wait, what's happening?
Wow.
And
that's awesome.
When it gets creepy, it gets creepy.
Yeah,
but it is so funny throughout. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a great pick.
Thanks.
Never would have thought of that.
All right. What's your number 2?
Okay, for my penultimate choice, from the brain of Silent Bob himself, Red State from 2011.
I don't know this one.
Okay. I am not to spoil this one. Okay. Because first of all, when you say Kevin Smith, all you can think of is Clerks and all of those Silent Bob things, and all that absurdity and hilarity and everything.
Did he do Dogma?
He did Dogma too. Yeah. This movie, if you didn't, and he did Tusks. I think it's Tusks.
Wait, that one?
Is it Tusk?
The one about the
Yeah, with I think it's him. I could be wrong.
oh,
Maybe I'm just because Michael Park is in it.
okay.
But anyway, so in Michael Parks plays a preacher, and he is it's maybe like I don't want to say the actual, but imagine it was a big pound of religious people, and the FBI and ATF and everything show up at the Five Points Church compound, and so there's a lot of little things that are going on, and John Goodman plays a special an ATF agent, and he is being interviewed like as a post whatever, after action report about the things that were laid out. Okay. And there's some really weird things here. It starts off with two teenage boys who have found like a woman on Craigslist, an older lady who buys beer, and they're going to go over and party with her. And you find out that she spikes their beer, and they naked, back to back on a pole, saran wrap to it. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then it's like, what are you going to do with it? Well, the Parks comes out. And if you've ever seen any of his movies, he can be terrifying just by talking.
Yeah.
And so he's brimstone, and he's talking to these guys. And so all of this stuff is happening. And then it comes to the climax that you would expect one of these compound things to happen.
Like, wait,
everything crap and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then the twist comes out. Okay. So it was all leading to the apocalypse. The apocalypse is happening. The apocalypse is going to be at, 12:30 tomorrow and all this stuff. And it gets up to the point. And does the apocalypse happen? Is all this time, has it been right? It is so good. And again, I did not watch this movie for a long time. Shout out to Kevin, who owns Paper Heroes in Lake Charles. He's a huge Kevin Smith fan, and he said, "Oh, you've never seen this? You've got to see it." I'm like, "Okay, is it another Yoga Hosers or whatever?" And I start watching this movie. I'm like, "There's been no fart jokes in this movie." Wait, what is? And I just sit there and watch the whole thing, and when it's over, holy crap! How is this not a huge movie? How is not everybody talking about this film?
I'm low key bothered I haven't heard of it because, like, I'm one of my special interests.
Okay.
Like, I just love learning about them and all sorts of things, surrounding them. So, like, it's kind of irking my nerves. I haven't heard of this.
You definitely find it. It's out there.
Okay.
Right. I would also tell you to find when your it's very low for a movie. There's a movie called Bad Dreams.
Okay.
And it stars the guy, his face is all messed up. He's from the 80s. He's a bad guy all the time. He's a cult leader. And the beginning of the movie has all of the cult members drinking the Kool-Aid and everything. And then one girl survives.
Okay.
Okay. And then he comes back like across the realms to comes in her dreams and all this stuff.
Ooh,
I got it on Laserdisc, but I don't think you have a player at home. So otherwise I would loan it to you.
I do technically on like
Laserdisc player.
No, I was gonna say, I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, no. That's you know what that is?
No, yeah,
okay.
my bad.
So
it's funny that you mentioned the other one too, because this almost kind of reminds me of it too. But the one you just mentioned, what was this?
Bad Dreams.
Bad Dreams. Okay, so there's a funny movie that's completely weird, very strange indie film. It's called Let's Start a Cult.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard of
You've
that.
seen that one?
No, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of that.
Okay, it has nothing to do with twists and stuff, but it is such a weird little film. I found it one day when I was just like aimlessly scrolling,
Really?
trying to figure out what to watch. It's so funny.
Okay.
And
all right. Faith 5 Cult. Let's do that.
I love that.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Thank you, promise. All right. Already coming back.
Heck yeah.
Okay. So this is the part of the show now that everybody has anxiously been awaiting, which is your absolute favorite. They want to hear it so they can get to mine. But while we're here, let's go ahead and hear what yours is.
All right.
Your absolute favorite twist.
You guys might be a little surprised, but if you've seen me cosplay, you would not be surprised. Jamie won't be surprised. My absolute
I will not be
favorite
surprised.
of all time is Note.
Oh, it is Note.
It is Note.
Oh.
Jordan Peele's Western black cowboy film with UFOs, and there's so many cool things happening in this movie. I could literally talk about it for an hour. Which
And we just beg.
yeah, we might have to. So yeah, Nope is a fantastic film. I actually in this episode I don't want to spoil the ending because I feel like fully
Yes,
go
we
into
can
it.
fully go into it.
Mhm.
We're going to do a complete disarray. Spoiler alert.
Yes. So but Nope starts off with Oak is the main character's name. He works on a ranch. His father is killed by a flying object. Keith David, the one and only
Shout out.
David. I know he's billed pretty high on that, and he's out super quick.
Yeah,
That's not the twist
not the
though.
twist.
Um,
Not nickel for every time he was in a
it was
was a quarter.
a good one though. All right. So so the father dies from a random falling object from the sky, and things just start to get stranger and weirder from there. It includes Kiki Palmer as his sister, and they play very, very opposite types of characters. And what essentially happens in this film is there's a UFO. We don't know what it wants, what they want, etc. But it is one of the coolest movies you will ever watch, with a super strange subplot that a lot of people don't want to talk about, but is absolutely necessary to the central themes of the story.
Yeah.
Which the central themes of the story, without spoiling anything, is spectacle. It is all about
I thought you were going to go for control.
control.
Control being
So it is technically
trying to get control, I guess I should say.
right. Well, it is basically about like perverting nature in pursuit of spectacle.
Okay, yes.
So
100% agree.
yes, control would be under that heading, but Jordan overall it's about the pursuit of fame, of money, of whatever it is that's driving you in the world
So it's my autobiography.
do you
Yeah.
this is
Mine's called Yup, though.
So and then the title is a huge nod to just horror in general, which is when you're watching a horror movie and you see something and you just go, nope,
Yeah.
nope, nope.
And you know, one of the things, I'm sorry,
No, go ahead.
but one of the things I like about it is Jordan Peele, is a very amazing black writer, actor, director. Okay. And it is almost one of these these things, I guess you could say, what do you call stereotyping or whatnot, where actors of color in horror movies are gonna be the people who say no. No. Y'all crazy people, go on ahead. That's what I love about scary movies.
Yeah.
They're like, hell no. And so when you start the movie and it's called Nope, you're like, why is it called Nope? And then there's that amazing scene. Oh my God, in a truck with everything off. And what every stupid white person would ever do in a movie would be to get out of the truck.
The truck.
Hello, take me. And he's just,
Nope.
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 Nope. And that is the smartest thing you
Yep.
can do in a horror movie, is listen to that inner voice
Mhm.
that says, are you stupid? Don't go out there.
Don't do it. Yeah, this movie, like I said, I could talk for a while about it, but from
hopefully
the
you will.
costumes to the cinematography, the writing itself, everything is one of the most succinct movies I've ever seen, and I've watched it about a dozen plus times now.
Lily did a whole paper on it as a senior project.
What?
Yeah, because she loves
Awesome.
Nope.
Yeah.
She loves Keith David too,
Mhm.
but it's all about jean jacket
Mhm.
and all of the things that make up the. It's.
Yeah.
I could not, even if I wanted to disagree with you, I could not disagree with you, because this is a nearly perfect film.
It really is.
You know, from the fries.
Mhm.
Oh my God, I've been to that fries. You know, oh, it's so cool with the UFO.
That's yeah.
And it's
Mhm.
like, oh, you know.
Which Fry's was already going out of business now that at that point, but the owner himself actually kept that store open and everything stocked just so they could do it,
Really?
because he was a huge fan of like The Day the Earth Stood Still and several other different UFO films. So he was like, wait, you're doing UFOs again? Because that's something that Hollywood doesn't really touch anymore.
No.
You know, and I even there's a lot of like there I feel like there's also a gap in Western aesthetics in Hollywood in like film these
Yeah.
days. Like Stone does it super well,
Right.
like the modern Western. But like, I don't know, Jordan Peele just I feel like he perfected it.
So nailed it.
Hmm.
And he also, there's so many things that you see in this film that don't, they register as odd or unique or whatever. And then later on, they come back to hit you in the back of the head. It's like, holy
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah.
How did he do? Something as simple as a curved mirror.
Hmm.
It's like, what is that? And then later, I can't drive by a used car lot with the little people not thinking about that anymore. I saw the other day, there's a real estate agent, a lady real estate agent that built with her on it, and the hand goes, come
I've
on.
seen those little guys.
I'm like, oh God.
They're so
that's
funny.
So good.
They're so
No,
funny.
bravo. Bravo. That is a yep, not a no. Okay.
Heck yeah. All right. Drum roll, please.
This is where all of the Hungarians in the village are all they're circled around the one laptop that they have streaming to here because I was number 91 in Hungary for no lie.
What?
No lie. I
That's
have this.
great.
I should approve it. So they love me in Hungary. You will have probably never heard of this film, and that is totally okay. It is a CBS TV movie that played on Halloween Eve in 1994. Okay. The movie starts, and I think it was Lonnie Anderson and somebody else. And it is like a typical, Harlequin romance type of film that starts out. And you're like, what the hell am I watching? And then it breaks in and there's a news broadcast. Okay. And it basically starts off by saying, hey, local scientists have found that there's actually been an asteroid or small meteor or something that's landed, and people are going to go and, so then it goes back to the movie. All right. And then just a couple of minutes later, it cuts it. And then throughout it, it's kind of revealed, ooh, maybe they're real people. Maybe there's aliens. Maybe and so they start, and all of these things happen. Radio signals that are going, they're bouncing off of each other, and they're doing all of these things, and all of this stuff is happening, and you're like, holy crap, it's really, and then here come, and so it's like much bigger. So you're like, oh, be their ship, but they won't answer. They won't. And I'm going to spoil this because we don't need to find it. And all of the U.S. forces and everything get together.
Wait, you said the name of the movie is?
Oh no, it's called Without Warning.
Okay.
Okay, but I won't even say that the movie at the very beginning. Thank you. The movie is like Without Warning, but it's like in flurry scripts or something,
Okay.
And so I'm going to spoil it. Okay, so everybody throughout this 2-hour period they're so freaked out. We think the aliens are invading us and all this stuff. So they send the rockets. They send, I don't know how many, and you're watching it, and it comes up and it hits the little blip and it blows up. And everybody's like, oh, all right, we're saved, And then, so it's real cool because Sander Vanacore, who is the lead broadcaster, he is an actual anchor.
Okay.
Yeah, he has been. So, then they're like, oh God, we're saved. And, the camera goes and sees everybody celebrating until somebody was like, hey, wait. What is this? And you look at it and bleep, there's another bleep. And you're like, oh crap. And then bleep, 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 bleep. And basically we figure out we just declared war, alien armada who was reaching out to us to come in good faith.
Yeah.
And then it's like, then it's over.
Yeah.
So it is a definite homage to War of the Worlds. Okay, but it has the disclaimer on it. It tells you that it's there, but it's done in such a way, they go to different places and we're getting a signal over here. We don't quite know what it is. Oh, now power is out over here and all this stuff. And they're putting all of the things together, and then they save Earth from the meteor, from whatever it really is. And then there's like hundreds of, and they've pretty much used the missiles.
Yeah.
So like Earth is screwed at this
Uh-huh.
point. So it does not do what all of these other movies do. Okay. But I watched this live 20 at the time, and I was so into War of the Worlds. And it's really, really cool because at the very end, when you're seeing all the blips and the camera's back on him, Betancourt just simply looks at it and he goes, "The fault, dear Brutus, lies not in our stars, but in ourselves." And then the broadcast cuts to static. Blew me away. I'm like, oh my crap. Because when I was a kid, there was another show called Special Bulletin. And it was set up kind of the same way, where news broadcast, where a guy is at the docks in, I think, Charlotte or what, I don't know, somewhere on the North Carolina, South Carolina. And this Jeep comes in behind him, and basically these terrorists come on and they get on the tugboat, and they take the tugboat, and you find out that they're not terrorists in the normal sense. They're all nuclear scientists, and they are trying to bring about let everybody know how bad nuclear weapons are going to be, and how, all this stuff. They've actually built one, and they put it on the tugboat, and they're like, if you don't dismantle all your things, we're going to blow this up. And so it's the same kind of thing where you're watching on clips and they're doing interviews, and then finally they get somebody in the tugboat.
That's cool.
I didn't choose that one because it has a twist ending as well, because you kind of felt all along like it was going to happen.
Okay.
And this movie took me completely by surprise.
Just because there was no indication.
No, it's like, oh yeah, and then and it was just like, wow. So anyway, Without Warning from 1994. It was on CBS. And so it actually, if you look it up, I think it says Lonnie Anderson, but she's only in the part of the movie at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So,
that's cool. I love that.
Yeah.
For some reason, your description there at the end reminded me of Mars Attacks and Jack Nicholson's line where he says, "I just want the people of the United States of America that we still have 2/3 of our legislative body of government, and that ain't bad."
That ain't bad. I love that movie.
It's
what's her name? Not Priscilla.
The little alien dude.
Man.
Yeah.
Lisa Marie. Yeah.
Okay.
When she does that, that's awesome. I've seen before too. The Martian.
That one. That's a dream drag outfit in there. Absolutely.
Wow. This has been, you did an incredible job. Give it up. Give it up. Woo!
I loved your picks, and I can't wait to watch the ones I hadn't seen.
Same too. I'm going to go. So we're going to actually put all of these in the notes as well. And so if you watch it and you think it's great, or you think it's crap or whatever, leave us a comment, and we're going to on there, and we're going to come and tell you how wrong you are. So, and if there's some that we missed, some that we think we really had that aren't the, then go ahead and put those in the comment. And we'll talk about that. Oh, it would have gone a completely different way.
I'm glad.
Number one.
I was like, let me put like one Shyamalan on this list, because like if I just do like several, I'm gonna hate myself. And like I did kind of shortlist The Village, but I was like, I don't want to talk about The Village. Still, so many things in that that annoy me.
Yeah. Okay, well, not the only person. I literally, if I ever met him, I would tell him why he upset me so much.
Then go watch Devil and be reminded that he is a great writer.
He is a great writer. He just needs to stay behind the camera more than he does in front. That's okay. Well, folks, that's a wrap for this episode of Fave 5 for Fans. If you love the episode, share it, rate it, give it at least 4 stars, but we'd really appreciate 5. If you put the 6th one on, I'm okay. The notifications don't bother me at all. Let's get more fans involved in all the fun. You are the reason that we did this, and you're the reason we did this one. So we want you to find us and subscribe to us, and interact with us, and you can find us on Instagram, you can find us on Facebook. I am on TikTok because I'm just that good.
I'm not.
And,
I need to be.
Yeah. And I have a guy on Seth. You know I'm talking about you. Love you, man. I have one person really on there that always comments, and I love him, but he won't come on the show, and that's okay. I love you, man.
We stand a little follower.
That's right. So don't forget to follow Fave 5 from Fans and to follow PM Studios Pod. Catch all the things that Plastic Microphone Studio is putting out. And we're putting stuff out all the time. And honestly, just be prepared because you're going to see more of it. And then we will see you next time. And don't forget, folks, once you've subscribed, new episodes of the show will come out every Friday. No matter if you're doing
every Friday.
Yes. Who have you been talking to? Big Hall. Never mind. Don't. Then you be sure to subscribe so that you can catch them all the time. And remember, folks, it may not be the best. It may not be the most popular. It's your favorite. Then that's good enough for us. Thank you so much. Kat, take us out.
Wibble wobble. Wait, what am I doing?
No, that's perfect. I love that. I'm a little scared, but I love that. Until next time.